Guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the garage. This is my 2015 Tesla Model S P85D. I'm replacing the 12 volt battery. This has a low voltage 12 volt battery under the hood that powers a lot of the electronics inside of the car. And it is a lead acid battery. It's a deep cycle battery. It probably is going to last 3.5, 4 years. That's probably the exact amount of time this one's lasted. So in this video today, I'm going to go through the process of how to change that battery. This is like for 2015 and newer. The older cars, 12, 13, and some 14s have a different method, and I showed that. I just did a video on changing it on a 2013 where it's up in the top corner and it's really hard to get to. This one's is really straightforward. It should only take probably should take me less than 20 minutes to swap this in and out. Now when the battery starts going low, you're going to get a message on the dash saying, schedule service, low voltage battery is low, it needs a replacement. So you can schedule with Tesla. They can come out and do a mobile service. Probably going to pay $100 to $120 in labor fees for them to come out and do that, change that battery out. That's not a bad price, but I went and bought the battery directly through Tesla at this local service center. It was $165. This is in December of 2023. I have heard that it's been cheaper in the past, but it's gone up in price. So I got that battery a few days ago. I have it on my trickle charger, so it's all charged up. I'm going to get it swapped in here. Let's go through the process. A few of the tools I'm going to need. I'm going to use an impact driver. You can use a socket wrench, 8 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 13 millimeter. So let's start off. We're going to take off these panels. Okay, that panel, just pull it off. All right, that upper one pulls off. And there's the low voltage warning on the screen that we're getting. Safety. We're going to go to power off. We're going to power the car off, and then we're also going to pull the fireman loop to cut all power off to the 12 volt battery. Before I remove the tub, I'm going to remove the air filter housing. So there's our panel there. We can check our air filter while we're doing this. That one's relatively clean. We're going to take this air box out because we need to get to the fireman loop right here to disconnect the power. So there's a little push pin here. Just lift up the center push pin part, and then we can grab the clip and extract that out. There's one under this rubber flap right here. Pull that one out. So I need to take the plastic tub out. Just peel back the carpet, 2 8 millimeters right here, and then a wiring clip, wiring harness for the light and one for the emergency switch. Pull back the carpet on this tub. There's 2 8 millimeter bolts right here. And we pull back the carpet on the top, and there's 2 13 millimeter. One there, one up here. So with those 4 bolts out, the tub is ready to be pulled out. Make sure that this harness right here for the lights pulled out. You can pull the whole thing out. We just need to finish getting off this part right here. We do need to get the tub out in order to get this rubber boot off right here because it's held on right here by this little stud. Okay, we're just going to push that up out of the way like that. That one there, you need an extension to kind of get to those. You want to make sure you don't drop that down there. So that 10 millimeters out, and there's some clips on the top here. You just want to lift up the clips. And pull that out. Now the whole purpose of that was to get to this, it's called the fireman's loop. It's going to disconnect the power that's going into the battery. Pop that up all the way and it just pops right out. So as you can see, the batteries are very accessible here. Take off the whole strap there. That comes off there. These are all 10 millimeters. Take that off like that. I'm using a ratcheting 10 millimeter swivel head wrench to get this. This is the positive terminal side, just to loosen that bolt up there. It's kind of a pinch clamp, and we can wiggle that off. So guys, I just head down to this Tesla service center. I had to pick up these terminals. They screw onto here because previously the car had these, and they were the last battery that was replaced was this one, and it already has these terminals here. So they still sell this style battery and this style battery. Both say they're compatible for my car. Know that when you're buying a battery from Tesla directly, that you could have to get these lugs. So I'm just going to screw these on, and I'll be able to swap this battery in. If these are marked, you want to make sure you get the positive one on the positive side, and then just 8 millimeter tighten these down. This negative terminal has a little bit of corrosion on it. I'm just going to get a wire brush and just clean that off real quick. So the positive side is on this left-hand side, and that cover goes like that. That's nice and tight. Let's get this strap put on. Actually, we're going to put the one on this threaded rod. And then the other nut goes down on the bottom. Okay, with that one down, I can now 10 millimeter there. 10 millimeter there. That's nice and tight. $10mm tighten down. So with the battery now connected, I can just reinsert this fireman loop. Okay, that's reconnected. Go inside the car, make sure everything powers on. All right, everything turns on, and I'm not getting that error, that service notification there. Now, when I was at the service center, they said in the service screen there's a battery update where you can choose which battery, the yellow top or the gray top. I don't have that, so I need to do a service request to see if they can push that feature here so they can update which battery I have. They said that if the car knows which battery you have, then it can optimize it for better life and it's going to last longer. So that also, for the past couple of days, it's been trying to do a software update. You won't get any software updates if you have that battery, that low battery warning on the 12-volt system. So now I can schedule that, and I should get any updates that I need. Now, reassembly is just opposite of taking everything apart. So we're going to put the air box back first, and then put the 10mm bolts back in. And then I slip my air filter back in, and put that cover on, put this down. And I want to make sure I get this positive battery terminal cover on. Insert my plastic tub here. I want to make sure I get my harness, feed the wires through the bottom. This is for the light and for the emergency latch. And then make sure I push this grommet there. That's going to keep any dirt or moisture out of that area. And then reconnect the electrical connections. Okay, the light and the latch, emergency latch now reconnect there. Now I want to make sure that the front here goes down over these studs. There's two threaded studs that the 8mm bolts or nuts go down on. I want to just make sure those get pushed down, which those are on that and there. 13mm bolts. These two 8mm. Okay, we got the tub now secured in there. Pulled the carpet up. We just need to use all right, now that's tucked over the carpet, so we're good there. We just need to put on these 3 panels, which just snap onto place. All right, just make sure we get those clips into the grooves on each side. I can then just screw that down. It's just going to make it easier to get this cover into place. Okay, guys, so that was a pretty straightforward, pretty easy process, especially compared to the older Model S. 12, 13, 14 is a little more difficult. This one's right there. Pretty easy to get that out. The hardest part for me was just making sure the battery was right. Really, there's no real way to tell what battery you have until you take it apart and see if it's going to be compatible, the new one's going to fit on there, if you need those lug adapters or not. So just be aware of that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Leave your comments down below. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks.